Okay, this is Nagarajan from openmentor.net. Let us start today's session. Before we start new portions, let us recapture what we have seen yesterday, the last class. In the last class, we talked about having a group by condition, having class. Then we talked about different aggregate functions, then joins. Especially we talked about inner join. Okay. We went through that in greater extent. We also talked about the toDate and toChar to do date manipulation functions. We also used some of the string manipulation commands. Today we are going to see furthermore with respect to these functions. At the same time, we will talk about the outer joins also. Let me connect to Oracle. Okay. Now, yesterday we had two tables. Just to continue from wherever we have left, we have said select star from my table. There are 10 records in table 1. Now we say select star from payslip. Okay. Okay, these records got deleted, so probably I need to add some more records into that. Let me say insert into. Let me open up a notepad file so that it will be easy for me. So how is the voice quality and the video quality over here? Do you see any issues on the video quality and voice quality over these webinars? If you like it, please raise your hands. Okay, great. Okay. Slip values. Let me just try account number 101. Then month is 0109. Value is 123. Let me do a cut and paste of these records. Okay. Okay. I'm going to show a simple inner join and outer join. Okay. I'm going to say 801 and 901. I'm adding some sample records before we start proceeding. Okay. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 6. Okay. Now let me now I'm coming back to the SQL prompt. Now let us do a cut and paste. Edit and then paste. So I have created X number of records. Now I say select star from payslip. So you would see more records over here. Now let me execute the inner join first. Inner joining, join meaning get data from more than one table. Inner join meaning get me the data for which data is common and present in both the tables. That means in the where condition, whichever columns that I am using, that value must be present in both the tables. Let me write the query. Select a dot employee ID, a dot employee name, comma b dot mmyy, b dot salary. Okay. From my table being A, comma payslip being B. Now I'm going to use the where condition where a dot empid equal to b dot empid. This is what we have seen yesterday as a join, right? Right now, if you see, the employee ID 101 and 102 are common between my table and payslip table. Let me go back to the previous portion where employee 101 is there, 102 is there. But the records for 103, 104 up to 601, you don't have a record common in the payslip table. Whereas these two IDs are common. Since I'm joining based on that employee ID column, right, it shows those values, only the common columns. This is inner join. Inner join meaning show only the common IDs which are present in both the tables. So I am using that employee ID in the where class. So show only the common records for which the employee ID is present in both the tables. Now I am going to make outer join. Just watch. It's very simple. All I am going to do is, to the left hand side, I am making a plus sign. Okay. I'm not going to give you what is the theory behind it, but all I'm doing is just making a change over here, and then I'm just adding a plus in the syntax. That's all. Now let me close this, and you see what is the effect of that when I execute this query. Okay. Without the plus, it is showing only the common records. Now I'm using a plus on the left hand side table. Okay. Now look at this. Watch it very carefully. The outer join is very easy to understand by example. Previously it showed only two common records. Now it showed four records. If you look over here, right, 0309 1235 0409 1236, right? Now there are four records in the payslip table, right? That means there are four records in table B, right? In whichever side I have not put the plus sign. Okay, just watch carefully. This is very important aspect in outer join. In whichever side that I have not put the plus sign, in this case for the payslip table I have not put the plus sign. From that table it will take all the records. There are four records in this, so it has taken all the records from that table. Okay, 0109 0209 0309 0409. Correspondingly, it doesn't have a employee ID and employee name in the other table, so it will show it as blank. Now when I do an outer join, okay, this is called the left outer join because I have put a plus sign on the left hand side table, so this is called a left outer join. Outer join, there are two varieties, right outer join and left outer join. The simple thing is, to whichever side you have not put the plus sign, from that table all the records will be shown. That means I know for these records which are present in this table, in the other table there is no corresponding employee ID, so there is something wrong in this table. If an employee ID is not present, how come the salary alone is present over here? So it shows that information here. So this way there is something called referential integrity. Okay, referential integrity meaning corresponding records and the relationships must be maintained within database. But sometimes if the programs do make mistakes, or if the programmer makes mistakes, or the system administrator makes mistakes, one table may have a record but other table may not have a corresponding record. In this case there is some record in the table 2, right, for which there is no corresponding employee ID on the other table, so he shows them blank. Now I know, okay, there is some discrepancy. Okay, very simple term. If you use a plus sign in the join, it is called outer join. If you use the plus sign, it is called left. On the left hand side, it is called the left outer join. Okay. Outer join simply tells it brings out corresponding records at the same time, right? At the same time, it will show whichever side you have not put the plus sign, from that table it will show all the records. Against that, it will show empty. That means these records, these two records, 0309, 0409, they are extra in the second table. Now I am going to make a right outer join. Very simple. I am just going to change the query. Instead of putting the plus sign over here, right? Instead of putting the plus sign over here, I am going to put the plus sign on the right hand side. Previously I put the plus sign on the left hand side. Now I am putting the plus sign on the right hand side. Now from this table, it should show all the records, right? From the other table, correspondingly, it will show blank. Just watch. Please watch now. If you look here, in the previous thing, it showed all the records from the second table, which had got 4 rows. Now it had showed 4 rows. Now in the second time, I put the plus sign over here. This side does not have the plus sign. That means bring out all the records from this table. If there is no corresponding record in the other side, show them empty. These two are common. For 101 and 102, there are records. But in this case, 601, 103, 201, for these records which are present in the table A, there is no corresponding record present in table B. So outer join helps you to find out common records as well as records which are present in one table for which there is no corresponding ID on the second table. So if you use the plus sign on the left hand side, it is called left outer join. If you use the plus sign on the right hand side, it is called right outer join. Inner join means show only the corresponding records. You cannot put the plus sign in both the ends, right? So obviously you have to, because that's a syntax. If I put plus sign on both sides, left hand side and as well as the right hand side, it will give you syntax error. Okay. Is this clear? In very simple terms, outer join will show matching records as well as non-matching records in either one of the tables. That's a very, very simple definition of outer join. It will show the matching records as well as it will show unmatching records. Depending upon which side you put the plus sign, it will show that table in full, the other table with blank. Are you able to get me? Can you please raise the hands if so? Very good, perfect. Many people, again, this is a myth. Many people think, oh, joins are very difficult. Joins are very, very simple. Rule number 1, join means it gets data from more than one table. Rule number 2, inner join meaning get only the common records. Right? Outer joining meaning get the common records as well as unmatching records. If you put the plus sign on the left hand side, it's left outer join. If you put the plus on the right hand side, it is called right outer join. You cannot put plus on both sides because that's the way the syntax has been designed. Good. This is one thing that is very important in most of the business applications. Without using join, it's very, very difficult to write programs because joins are extremely important. Okay, yesterday I was trying to do one thing. I want to get some, for example, we say select star from EMP table. Okay, sorry, my table, right? Select star from. Now it has got some records. Now, yesterday we saw about the upper and lower functions. Suppose I want to get the first 2 characters of this string, then there is something called select. We can use a command called substring. Okay, substring of say employee name, comma, starting from the first character, give me 3 characters, okay, from my table. Okay. Substring command syntax is whichever column name you want to extract the data, starting from which column, which character, I mean say first character, how many characters you want? 3, right? So if you see Joe, it has got John as a full name, or James Locke as full name, it has got only 3 characters. If it is less than 3 characters, it is just printing it out. If it is more than 3 characters, it is just taking only the first 3 characters. So you can extract the first set of characters from any string. This is one of the, because in most of the areas, for example, I want to extract the first 2 characters of the car number plate. So TN stands for Tamil Nadu, AP stands for Andhra Pradesh. So if you want to extract some value from a string, it will be helpful. So a substring command will be helpful for that. And one more thing is, there are 2 other numeric functions that people will use. Right now, the salary is having 1234.5, right? There is a command select ceiling of ceil, CEIL of salary from my table where EMP ID equal to 101. Okay. If I use the command ceil, okay. Oh, sorry. I made a spelling mistake. Instead of from, I did from. Okay. That's my mistake. The ceil command is called ceiling. Okay. It has got a value of 1234.5, right? It has got 1234.5. The moment I said ceil, right, it rounded it off. Okay, it got the next value. Ceiling meaning get me the next whole integer from the number. Same way, if I say select floor of salary from my table where EMP ID equal to 101. Floor will always give the lower side integer. Suppose I give 1235.2, the ceil of that will be 1235, right? The next integer, ceil means the next integer, floor means the next integer below that. Okay. And these 2 functions are again used in financial terms to, again there is a function called round also, right? If it is more than 0.5 or more, it will round it to the next integer. If it is less than 0.5, then it will round it to the lowest integer. So ceil, floor and round, these are the numeric functions that people will use in doing a lot of financial application calculations. Is this clear to you all? Ceil, floor and round. Okay, good. Okay, again, this is Open Mentors free online education. In fact, we are very glad to announce today one thing. If you go to Google and then start typing Open MEN, it will always show Open Mentors. First thing, Open Mentoring. The moment you say Open Mentor, click. Open Mentors come as the first one in the search results, which is good, which is based on all the people hitting the website. So thanks for all your encouragement and continued support, right? And that is called web search optimization, right? So more people are using that site, that itself giving traffic to the site, and Open Mentor comes as the first one. Okay, now someone has asked, show me a round function. Okay, for example, select round of salary from my table where EMP ID equal to 101, right? So 1234.5 becomes 1235 when you round it, right? Suppose if there is 1234.4, then when the round will always give the lower number. Sometimes people will have some doubts on the functions. Or should I use a substring in this way or ceil in this way? To quickly practice, Oracle has given an inbuilt table called dual. Okay, I want to do an experiment and then see what is the result. For example, I want to say 12 into 15, what is the answer? I can always say select 15 star 30 from dual. Okay. From dual is an inbuilt table. We cannot drop it. Okay. Dual is an inbuilt table. You want to do without selecting any column, any calculations or functions that you want to experiment. You can say 15 into 30 from dual. It gives you the answer as 450. It's like a scratch pad within the database, right? So you can experiment. Now let me show this experiment on ceiling and floor. Okay. Select ceil of 14.3 from dual. The ceiling of 14.3 will become 15. Now the same thing I say, select round of 14.3 from dual. If you say, since it is not greater than 0.5, it shows 14. Right. Now I say, select substring of hello, how are you, comma, starting from the 3 characters, get me the next 6 characters from dual. Right. So the third character is L. From there it has picked up 6 characters, it shows. So if you want to quickly experiment some function, built-in function, and how it behaves, right, you can use this dual table. Dual is an internally built-in table. It's only for doing some experimental purpose within Oracle. Dual has not any column in that, so you need to, whatever expressions, basically it's an expression evaluation tool. You give an expression, it will immediately evaluate and then show the result on the screen, mainly to practice the built-in functions of Oracle. Okay. And before we proceed, how many of you have tried Open Mentor's recorded webinars? Have you tried, and then have you got it playing? How many of you have got it playing? Can you please raise the hands? Okay, good. Good amount of people. Okay, great. That's good. If you have trouble in playing that, I think it should be an issue with the browser. We are accessing it from IE and Firefox. We have got it playing in most of the places, and it will take some time to buffer, maybe first 1 minute. Once it buffers, after that it will play continuously. So that's Open Mentor's new initiative, because we have tried it in different bandwidths, so we don't have any issues. Only thing is buffering time may take from 1 minute to maximum 2 minutes, not more than that. Okay, let us move on to the next topic. Okay.